I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize.
I'm making this video because I need to apologize for something that I've done. Recently, I posted a video of teenage boys standing in a circle slapping each other, and in a move of fatherly discipline, YouTube decided to remove the entire 5-minute video which contained that sub 144p 8-second video. Unfortunately, I just couldn't stop. A couple of videos later, I posted a clip of a guy whacking another guy in a really goofy way. And I'm glad that in their tender, caring mercy, YouTube decided to do what needed to be done, and they gave me a strike. Only the good Lord knows what would have happened if on that fateful day, a brave YouTube mod hadn't deleted that 15-second clip. What hell would have been unleashed had the 6 people who watched my videos seen that egregious violation of the graphic violence and gore section of the Terms of Service. Since I was but a fetus, my parents have been telling me that I was unable to accept discipline, and now after almost 30 of my videos have been deleted, I see the error of my ways. Back then, I saw these deletions as arbitrary manifestations of a poorly enforced yet reasonably fair, if not badly enforced, Terms of Service. These videos of people slapping others, the goofy memes, the out-of-context quotes from political commentary podcasts, the copyright claims, oh Lord, the copyright claims. It all points to my lack of responsibility. I should have learned that my attempts at humor could have seriously traumatized the several tens of people who have watched my content. What irreversible damage could have happened if a young child had stumbled upon the content which I myself had put trigger and content warnings up for and age restricted? What harm would have my name attached to it? It's simply unspeakable. So much violence and gore with absolutely no context which would excuse it. I wish the YouTube gods would have told me that saying memes in the title and trigger warning isn't enough to tell the viewer what's going on in the video. How are they supposed to know it's satire if I only say that they're memes twice? Every morning I read a little niblet of the YouTube Terms of Service, and at night I fall asleep to the audiobook. As a YouTube user who isn't here to make money, I'm tired of feeling like you aren't welcome if you aren't here to make money. Ideally, users, both chasing money and otherwise, should be free to create content within the bounds of TOS and common sense. That is what many people do. That's what I do. Evidently, my attempts aren't welcome. I've posted almost 90 videos, 30 of which have been removed. If you see the title of a meme compilation has a mixed number, the denominator of that number is the iteration of the video that I'm posting. If my video says 50 3/4, that means that YouTube has deleted the video 3 times, and that's the 4th edit. On my channel, an edit means that I go back and cut out the memes which may have tripped something. And keep in mind, when I'm making the very first iteration, I'm always keeping in mind what is within TOS and common sense. There are some good memes that don't make it past that point, and obviously I make mistakes. Sometimes I take down videos myself because when I watch it after I post it, I can remove the meme that somehow slipped through the cracks and then repost the revised version, which was removed by me through no fault of YouTube. Now, to a degree, I understand that YouTube has to remove some videos, and being a meme channel for obvious reasons, I'm no stranger to the YouTube strike and removal system. But recently, it's just been too crazy. As I post videos, every single time, I get at least 1 or 2 copyright claims, which immediately make me ineligible for monetization. But on the bright side, I don't really care about monetization. Meme channels used to be the ones who push the boundaries a little bit, but now when I see them, the ones I used to model after, I just see neutered creators. Creators who had once been renowned for high quality, high effort content, again, within the bounds of common sense and TOS. Channels like Filthy Frank, iDubbbz. For example, Jim Can't Swim Criminal Psychology, best known for their phenomenal breakdown of the interrogation of Nicholas Cruz, were told to stop creating content because of the YouTube policy on violence and sensitive events guidelines. Now, I just want to say that this video is absolutely poking violent and sensitive events. There's no denying that. However, I believe that the manner in which they poke these violent and sensitive events is more than appropriate for both the context and for YouTube. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend that you check it out. The manner in which the channel approaches these violent and sensitive events is very professional, analytical, respectful, and scholarly. It's a breakdown which treats all events within with respect and makes no attempt to make light of the horrifying reality that the video peers into. There's no mocking, there's no jokes, there's only professionalism and poise. If we don't want to talk about these violent and sensitive events, then what are we going to do about all those news outlets? They report on the same things as Jim Can't Swim. Jim Can't Swim, all they do is take the time to tear it apart and show you what's inside. There is more intellectual substance in a single one of their videos than there is in 100 news outlets making 15-minute videos that essentially say, this person committed this crime, we don't know why, he's under arrest. And yet Jim Can't Swim is the only one that's getting in trouble for it. YouTube made a video outlining their policy on violent and graphic content, and within it says, if adequate context is provided, then they may simply age restrict the video instead of removing it entirely.
True or false? Making a video where your friend appears to choke you and you challenge others to try it is okay as long as no one gets hurt in your video. The answer is false. Content that encourages illegal or dangerous activities is not allowed on YouTube. Neither is content that risks serious physical harm or death. A video that depicts illegal or dangerous acts may be allowed if the primary purpose is educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic, and it isn't gratuitously graphic.
At the moment, the Jim Can't Swim video that I'm talking about is age restricted, but for a while the video was removed, and a while after that video went live, Jim Can't Swim was told to stop creating content. Now, would you think that the fact that the video belongs to a channel dedicated to criminal psychology gives enough context for the video? Do you think that the fact that the channel's description says that they are dedicated to, quoting, forensic psychology / true crime / social science / behavioral science, end quote, do you think that that gives enough context for the viewer to say to themselves, I bet this video contains disturbing content? If all that gives enough context for the viewer, then that kind of leads back to me. But before I go on, I gotta say that there isn't a single Jim Can't Swim video which I haven't downloaded and watched at least 6 times. There's no CrimPsych channel that can even really look this one in the eye. If you have the stomach for it, I highly recommend every single one of their videos.
A creator uploads a compilation video of car accident clips that feature violent and gory images. In another video, a creator uploads live footage of professional boxers in an arena with referees and an audience. Do either of these videos violate our community guidelines? Yes, the first video violates our violence policy because it does not provide proper context for the clips.
Now I want you to go to YouTube and search car crash compilation. That's a lot of videos, isn't it? I'm not saying that they should remove these videos. I'm just saying that they need to improve their enforcement. Next, me. I said earlier that I've posted almost 90 videos and only 65 or so stand at the moment. And to be fair to YouTube, several of my videos are either removed by me or set private. That leaves 20-ish videos that YouTube removed. Those videos which were removed for content which violates our terms of service. However, upon review, the videos which were the most problematic were often able to be found on their own on YouTube, not being bothered by YouTube's moderators. I have a few problems with my experience with YouTube as a creator and as a viewer, one of them being the removal of the dislike button. They claim that the dislike button was for my sake as a creator, to save me from the angry mobs. So that means that YouTube would rather, for the creator's sake, have trolls write angry comments about how they didn't enjoy your videos instead of a simple press of a button. You'd think that it would go in reverse. You think that they would allow people to consolidate several button presses it takes to write a negative comment into a single button press, but that's YouTube for you, I guess. To continue with the dislike button, when you dislike a video, it says feedback shared with the creator. Now, most people are primarily viewers, maybe posting a video or two, and that's it. Well, I'm a creator, and I spend quite a bit of time in YouTube Studio. This feedback that they're saying is being shared with me, I'm not getting it. They may argue that YouTube Studio is complicated with many menus, and that is an issue of its own, but I've explored it enough to say there is no feedback being shared with me. I want the dislike button back as a viewer so I can tell people what sucks, in my opinion. And I want the dislike button back as a creator so that people can tell me what they think sucks. On my own videos, I want people who don't like them to have a voice. How am I supposed to improve as a creator if people don't say what they like or don't like? Don't say they can comment it, because most people are too lazy to comment. For better or for worse, I want the dislike button back. The benefits far outweigh the dumpster fire that YouTube is right now. What you're allowed to love and hate is being controlled. Big Brother is watching. And another section of problems is YouTube Kids. If you want to have a kid-friendly platform, then why is YouTube Kids not the main site? Why is there not a special YouTube site for people who are, say, 15 or older? But the purpose of YouTube Kids is so muddled, and the suite of YouTube products is so dysfunctional. It's so shocking that it comes from a multi-billion-dollar tech company. Also, finding live streams is a disaster. Leave the live streaming to Twitch. Screw you, Tube.